So any seated position that's comfortable for you. Again, the warmth of the mug, warming the finger pads, the palms, so that we can bring that warmth right around the neck, using the finger pads to press in, roll over the top of those shoulders down to the collarbone. Yeah, just a couple of taps. From the center of the neck out to the sides and down. So just feel into this area we're going to focus on today, the back of the neck, the upper shoulders, the trapezius. We'll be working into the rotator cuffs. Again, shoulder joints are a lot different. They are a ball and joint, as are our hips, but our hips can take a lot more than our shoulders. So we really be really careful in our shoulder movement. We're going to feel into it first, then we'll start some stretching, and we'll come back down. One last time, grab your mug, warm the hands, set the mug off to the side so you don't knock it over like I always do. Bring the hands up over the eyes. Again, you just felt into your shoulders, so drop those shoulders down, maybe even kind of squeeze through the shoulder blades. Just let the warmth of the palms here soften the face, the eye muscles. Maybe open and close the jaw. Nice, and release. And let's come on to our backs. And if you want to support under the head, you can take a towel. We don't want our neck like jutting upward. And as you come down onto your backs, bend the knees and plant the feet. Since we're working through the neck, let's relax the whole bottom half and just bring the feet wide and let the knees rest in together. Constructive rest pose. And this week we've kind of been playing with the pelvis as well, remembering that big clock. So if you could tilt your pelvis coming to that 12 o'clock, and just to notice, take it down to the 6 o'clock. Notice the arch that's in the spine. And then bring it back to that 12 o'clock and feel the low back supported by the spine. And I'd like you to kind of hold that position with the pelvis. Take that block. We're going to use the edge of the block, placing the block right underneath the skull, right where C1, where the skull meets the spine. Maybe rest the hands on the belly so that the arms relax down, maybe that little squeeze of your shoulder blades. And then allow the full weight of your head to rest on the edge of the block. And just take a breath here and notice how that feels. Maybe holding the block if you're going to use it on the diagonal edge. Also opens the chest a bit. And then we're going to just slowly rotate, like you're going to draw a line with your nose over to the right. And just notice as you roll any places that might be tender or tight. And we pause there and just, again, allow the full weight of the head to rest, kind of like an acupressure point. And then slowly bring that nose, that line back into center. And then to the left. So we work really slow here. This is where sensation is information. Notice what you feel. Pause where you need to pause. And roll right back up to center. And just pause here. Taking a full breath, exhale, rotate over to the left. Again, like your nose is doing a straight line. We're not dropping the head. Slowly roll it back to center and to the left. And either pausing where you need to pause or just rolling right to left, making it a fluid movement with your breath. And we'll take one more, meeting back in center. Just again, relax, let the head rest on that edge. And to come out, we're going to take one hand to the block, one hand behind the head to cradle the head right at that curvature. Remove the block, use the hand now, hold the head up, take the block out to the side, and then slowly, with the hand in place, lower the head down to the mat and just pause there. And then rotate the head over to the right one more time without the block. Notice your range of motion. And then bring it back to center. And then take it over to the other side. And then back to center and just pause. Again, you've got that tuck of the pelvis, hollowing out of the belly. The knees are just resting on each other. Bring your arms out to a Y position. So the legs aren't long, but just think of the torso as the bottom of the Y. Notice here any constriction that you have. And if it's too intense, just bring it down just a bit. So pausing in your Y position, take a breath in. And as you exhale, palms are facing the ceiling, take it to a T position. So the arms go right and left. Take in a nice full deep breath. Then the elbows, make it a W position. So the fingers and the forearms out on a diagonal. Another breath in, bring the arms to an L position, like your cactus arms resting on the back of the hands if that's available to you. And let's do it again. Lift those arms out to a V, down to a T, out to a W, and then an L shape for cactus. One last time, relax the chest. Y, T, W, and L. Pausing here in your L shape. So in your L shape, your elbows are directly out from the shoulders. Chest is broad, opening through those pecs, opening through the bicep. Squeeze the shoulder blades under, and then raise the fingertips. So you're keeping that L position, but just raise the fingertips up towards the ceiling, palms facing away. Nice 90-degree angle right there in the shoulder. Taking in a full deep breath, scoot that belly in. On the exhale, take those palms down towards the mat. Keep that L shape. Doesn't have to hit. Just rotating through that shoulder joint. Feel what you feel. Inhale, lift the fingertips back towards the ceiling. And then drop the back of the hands down towards the back, palms facing up. We're just going to roll through this nice and soft. Don't force it. Just come to that point of range of motion. Inhale, fingertips to the ceiling. Exhale, palms down towards the mat, keeping that L shape. Inhale brings it back to the ceiling, and exhale, we take it back of the hands towards the mat, palms up. One more time, see if you can just flow this nice and fluid right through the shoulder joint here. Rotator cuff, right? One more time. And bringing it back. Right hand comes to the left top of the shoulder. Left hand comes to the right top of the shoulder. Stack the elbows, one on top of the other. Let them rest on the chest. If you want to reach around for the back of the shoulder blades, like you're giving yourself a hug, you can take that option too. Taking in a breath, we're just going to lift those elbows towards the ceiling, press them up like you could tap the ceiling, and then send it overhead. Take the elbows back up towards the ceiling. Let them drop down towards the chest. Again, nice fluid movement here. Elbows come up, elbows reach up, elbows towards the forehead, elbows back to center, reach again up and drop them down. Last one, up and reach, elbows to the overhead, to the forehead, back, up and reach and down. Extend the arms out to the side on a diagonal. I'm going to show you this seated. You stay on your back. We call this pull the t-shirt off. So arms are out in a diagonal, palms facing up, chest is broad. Again, draw that belly in. Lift the hands off the mat, arms up, cross over your chest. So elbows crisscross, right? Draw the arms to the opposite shoulder. Lift up like you're pulling your t-shirt off. Expand your arms overhead and bring them back down. Starting position. Inhale, palms lift, arms lift, cross over, crisscross at the chest. Hands come to the opposite shoulder. Lift the elbows like you're pulling your shirt off and then expand the arms out and down. One last time. Lift the arms, crisscross at center, hands to opposite shoulders, lift the elbows over the head, open the arms, expand out and down. Good. Last time. This time, let's reverse it though, just to switch the brain up a little bit. So this time, arms up and over, crisscross over your head and drop them down and out. Last time, raise the arms, bring them up to the shoulders and back down. Nice job. Release the arms, take a full body stretch, draw the knees to the chest, a little rock and roll maybe, just feel into the spine. And let's take it to a seat. So as you arrive in your seat, I'm going to elevate mine by just using my towel and sitting on the folded edge. Again, gives me a nice tuck of the pelvis, lots of room in the low back. As you arrive in your seat, just relax the hands on the thighs. Let's move through the neck to see how that feels again this morning. So nice tall spine, draws the belly in, big breath. Right ear, right shoulder, drop that right shoulder down. Chin to right shoulder, feel the stretch move across the back of the neck. Keeping that chin tucked in towards the throat, bring the head to center. So we're not dumping all the weight of the head, we're tucking it in, finding length in the back of the neck. Roll left ear, left shoulder. The chin points to the left shoulder and the head comes back to neutral. Good, let's roll it the opposite way. Left ear, left shoulder. Rotate the chin towards the shoulder. Roll the chin down towards the chest as you tuck it into the throat. Right ear, right shoulder. The chin, right shoulder. And hand comes back up. Good. Roll the shoulders up and back. And reverse. Interlace the palms at your lap. Again, squeeze through the fingers, spread through those fingers. So nice active interlace here. Thumbs in, pinky, point away. Inhale, softens the shoulders. Bring the palms up to the chest. Press them away from you as you roll onto your tailbone. So you're really starting to round through the shoulders, round through the spine. Inhale now, lift those arms up as high as you can. Exhale slowly, allow the arms to come back behind the body. Interlace, press the fists together, send the fist away from the body, opening up the front of the shoulders, opening up the chest, maybe drop the head back and open up the throat. Nice, bring it back around. Other thumb on top, so just switch the fingers all over. Interlace one last time, draw it up to the chest. Press it away as you roll onto the tailbone and really round and press all that air out. Inhale, find the length here. Exhale, release nice and slow. Right behind you, one last time. Keep that other thumb on top. Press the arms away. Keep the interlace behind you. Come back to a straight spine. Bring the fist over to the left side body. Hug in that left elbow behind you. Drop right ear to right shoulder. And bring it back to center. Left ear, left shoulder. Now this is your stretch here because you've got the arm pulled back. Just let the head fall to the left. Maybe rotate that chin again. Bring the head back to center. Release the arms, squeeze them behind you, and take it fist over to the opposite side. Draw the elbow back behind you. Take left ear, left shoulder first. Then right ear, right shoulder. Again, pulling that left shoulder back behind you. Drop the chin down. Bring the head back to neutral. One more squeeze of the shoulder blades. Drop the head, open the throat. And then release the hands and take a little shoulder roll, maybe one at a time. Arms stretch out to a T. Reach through those fingers. Find that broadness in the chest. Right arm comes across the body, and we're just going to hook it right here with that left elbow. As you hook it, make sure that the right arm is right in line with your shoulder. Squeeze it in towards the body, and then let it be dead weight. So as soon as you just let that arm fall into the crook of the left elbow, you might begin to feel the opening in the back of the shoulder. Maybe take a couple wide-fingered fist movements. Maybe roll through your wrists. Anything that feels good there. Good. And then pause again, dead weight in the arms. And then draw that left elbow more to center, and we're going to just sneak in an eagle arm here. So again, always options to hold on to the shoulders like we did as we started. Find your eagle. Good. Elbows up, the height of the shoulder. Take the elbows to the right. Take your gaze to the left. Little bit of twist into the thoracic here. Come back. Again, feel the spread of the shoulder blades as you're in your eagle, and take it over to the left as you gaze right. Bring it back to center. Arms reach up towards the ceiling. Elbows come in towards the body as we round forward, and just take a breath into the space you've created behind the heart, in between those shoulder blades. And then draw it right back up to center. Release wide. Hands down. And again, just roll it out. My favorite is bringing my shoulders up to my ears and let them down. Good. Arms out to a T, second side. Draw that left arm across the body. Hook it with the right. Right elbow comes up shoulder height. Draw in the left arm, beginning to open up the back of that shoulder. Then let the weight, that left arm, be heavy. Nothing to do there, but just rest inside the right elbow crease. Again, bring some blood flow into the fingers. Roll the wrists. Good. Return now. Again, use that weight. Just let that arm hang here and relax those shoulders, relaxing. We're going to kind of shift that right elbow to center. Work around to your eagle here. Elbows are up, hands away from the face. Draw the belly in, big inhale. This time, elbows left, you look right. Back to center, elbows right, gaze left. And back to center, pull it up, 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 stretch through the back of the shoulder blades. And then as you curl in, just let the shoulders round in, shoulder blades separate. Take in a full deep breath. And then right back up to center. And release and lower. And again, make any movements here. Okay, really quick. Right arm lifts, right elbow bends. Left hand comes right to the top of the elbow. Again, we're gonna tuck in the belly, tuck in the ribs, keep the chin up, set the head back towards that bicep, and then pull that shoulder back so that the hand reaches further down behind the heart. And take in a breath as you work all of the lat muscles here and the tricep. Reverse that, extend the hands, and again, left elbow bends, left hand plants behind the heart, right hand to the elbow, set the head back, take in a full breath. And release and bring everything down, and let's roll the shoulders one more time. Grab your strap. Buckle in one hand so it doesn't slap you. Bring the hands out. Initially, you can bring them out the full length of your arm spread or wing spread, whatever you want to call it. We'll do a test run here. So straps down at your lap, sitting up nice and straight. Lift the arms so that the strap comes above the head. Pause there. Notice what it feels like. You might want to come right back down now and just work into this. See if there's any more room, maybe, to head back. And then bring it back. Now, this is where you'll adjust. If you didn't feel anything, shorten the span on the strap. If you felt a lot, you're not going to take it full rotation. You're going to give yourself some room in the strap, and then you're just going to move with it. So the strap keeps the shoulders nice and level and stable. If you can go front to back, enjoy that. If you can come here and just let that stretch open your chest and your arms, that's a good place to be as well. So just find some movement through the shoulders. Good. And bring the arms back up overhead. Just take it over straight. So maybe the right hand comes down towards the mat and then back up and over to the other side. So just take 2 of those. Good. And back to center and release. Set the strap aside. We're going to stretch it out and finish her up here. So roll over onto hands and knees, maybe float a cat-cow just to check in with the spine this morning. Roll, and as you do your cat, see like you could get those shoulders up towards the ceiling, followed by dropping the belly and lifting the chest. Keeping the knees right under the hips, walk the hands out, heart melting pose. A great release for under the arms, the shoulders. Keep the belly hugged in, keep the spine nice and long. Take in a full breath. Soften the shoulders, nice. Rise back up, lower down onto your belly. Forehead down to the ground. Find your Y position, arms on a diagonal. Y, nice legs together. So now this is a nice Y. Find your T, arms out to the side. Soften the front of the shoulders. Find your W, forearms and fingers on a diagonal from the elbow. Soften in here. And then find your cactus, 90 degrees at the elbow. One more time, stretch it out to a Y. Send it out to a T. Find your W. Find your cactus. Notice where your limitations are. Notice where you feel freedom. Notice if it's any different than at the beginning of our practice. Slide the hands underneath the shoulders, tuck the toes, press your way back to your table. all the way back to your child's pose. Knees together, child's pose. You deserve this one. So rest the forehead on a block or a blanket. Stretch the arms beside the body, palms up. Round through your shoulders. Just let them go. Let them relax. Deep breath into the back body behind the heart. Use up all the back of the lung space. Open up the back of the ribs. And if you want just a little bit more stretch, you can stack the palms on top of the spine, letting the elbows deepen the stretch. Or if your wrists feel open, you can find that reverse prayer behind the heart. Again, let the shoulders round. Let the breath fill the whole back body. And this is where we'll close our practice today. Spend as much time as you can or as you need. And just notice what you notice in the shoulders today. Namaste.